recommended action in terms of it is recommended to the Board of Education that the authorized administration provide payment to Hardwick Electric as presented herein for $105,160 for the equipment, and further, we request up to $14,840 of contingency funds if needed for a grand total authorization of $210,000. And because it is an emergency nature in which we're addressing it, we're also requesting that the board authorize tonight meeting. I would be happy to address any questions around the event. We are happily, if the board supports tonight, we are anticipating district middle school and the district head and that's out there. All that power back online under our new system control generator. If things go well, it should be about another week and on the outside the end of April. I'm going to say the end of April on the theory of under promise and over deliver. So, but that's it. We are again looking for approval tonight. Any questions?
Thank you. Do we have questions? Comments, Shane?
Just a question regarding the 25,000 per week. Where are we at? I know I asked you earlier, but where are we at as far as an estimate of what we've spent thus far?
For all involved from mid-January to now, it was a conversation we had with Taylor earlier. That's in the neighborhood. We'll be at 600,000 in that neighborhood. That's with some bills coming in. It is an interim event, so I just want to reemphasize that has an issue to it. And I do think the sooner we get and more most cost effectively we get the situation rectified.
Right. And just for my clarification, we do have a limit to what our insurable event can be, but up into that, we should recoup, or we will recoup all of the money from the insurance company minus our deductible?
That's my understanding, correct. I say that's my understanding because we are dealing with an insurance company and nothing is ever 100% in terms of contract. That is what should happen.
Okay.
And just a clarification on the amount, they have the 25,000 maybe. Almost 2/3 of it is really related to fuel consumption because there's a tractor trailer size generator powering it. And it just is pulling the fuel rapid.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Any others? I had a couple, please. You had mentioned that there was some sort of casing around the electrical wires that come from the pole to the transformer, and the fact that those were not there was a reason behind the fire and the breakdown. Of course, at the time that the building was constructed, that wasn't necessary, but it is now. Can you tell us how many of our buildings have that or do not have that? What are we looking at?
I can't tell you this time which buildings are the same scenario. Just for a quick background, the power that comes off of Lakeville Road and runs back to the elementary up to the middle school. There's about a casing that's you typically find for about 2/3 of the distance. And then it goes to what's been described to me as being on the school, but it's very disappearing versus the cable on the ground. That's the problem. So, then to answer your question, we are in the process, or soon to be launching the process of facility assessment, condition assessment for every building and site in the district. That will be one of the things that will be isolated, which buildings are using, what's that, and to what extent we can identify that. The reason I say to what extent is to actually confirm that, you have to bring out a crew that does a underground reading system that determines where it is and what it is. So that's something that is reasonably priced. We will actively do that. If it's expensive, we'll go through a book group, desktop review, if you will. It's like a book review of the actual plans at the time, years of the building. See if we can conclude what was the process at the time. The middle school is 50 years old, so I was actually frankly very surprised to hear that it was 50. You bury it in an raw cable. I would think that's the only situation, but like the high school here is a newer facility, that we should not have an issue, but depending on how difficult it is. As you can see, it's got some big ramifications.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Speaking of that, what is the life expectancy of this transformer that we're purchasing? It's not brand new. Obviously, there was a 52-week lead time on that. So,
Well, let me clarify that I think we had asked a question earlier on that. I probably wasn't very clear on that. And we were originally, last time we were speaking to it, we were originally looking for either new or used, or whatever we can find. Because we could get it, quicker we could install it. That was to build an exact new version of what we had in place, which is outdated technology, but you can still get it built new. That would take up to a year lead time to actually get that built in place. So the plan was to find what we can use on newer equipment, whether it's a used piece or a brand new piece, but new stuff. We actually found this is a new transformer. It's new equipment. It's got a life expectancy out in the same neighborhood, 50 years. But again, that's going to be dependent on circumstances in which it's installed. This one should last at least 50 years. It's the setup's in place, so it's going to be not having those issues. The cables are done right.
great. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Anyone else? Anybody like to make a motion? Mike, just note on it says first reading, cross that out when you make the motion, because we are approving tonight. This is not first reading.
Got it. Move to approve the OMS Transformer Equipment Award as presented.
Support? Shane, thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Nikki.
Did we have any unscheduled public comment for this evening? No? Okay. All right. Scheduled activities, as Dr. Milligan mentioned, strategic planning tomorrow, afternoon and evening a session. Should be a great time. We hope to see so many people there. You said 100, over 100 registered? Fantastic. All right, and then we have a policy committee meeting on the 10th. We have our workshop on Saturday, no school on the 18th, and our next board meeting will be April 22nd. Was there any administrative clarification? No? Any final board comments? No? All right, well, it is 9:09 and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.